Good morning, beautiful babies. I got a channel message. Some of us feel guilty for monetizing our gifts. But don't you think that Spirit would rather you be fully aligned with all aspects of yourself rather than compartmentalized into multiple fragmented pieces? This came through when I was struggling to embrace my own monetization of my gifts. Because like many of you, I have been taught by society that, you know, when we are good at something and we start making money on it, it taints it in some way. This is especially popular in the more spiritual communities because there's something about money that's really resisted by spiritual beings, by mindful people who care about others and are empathic and compassionate. And this is because we've seen so many people with money, with power, abuse that power and utilize that money to fund things that maybe, you know, were to the detriment of our society or of this earth. And, you know, big corporations and politicians who, you know, and I don't want to get all political because 5D is not about that. And I'm not living in that world anymore. But I do want to speak to you guys because monetizing your gifts is part of what you came here to do. And money is not real. It's an imagined source, oftentimes electronic. There's not even an exchange of real paper or gold or anything anymore. It's an imagined resource that's passed from one to the other. But the point is, Spirit doesn't want us to look at our work, at our soul gifts as something that we're supposed to give away for free. Thank you, Spirit, forever. And just never ever be replenished, which is again another very popular theme in the spiritual culture of just like letting people bleed you dry is what I'm hearing. Giving away so much that you don't even have enough for yourself. This is what the spiritual culture has this is how they live. This is what we're taught. I don't know who started that, but it's gotta go. It's gotta go. Because we're supposed to take care of ourselves. We're supposed to pour into our own cup and we're supposed to make sure that we're doing well so that we can give to others. The people that have generous hearts should be the ones making money so that they can be the ones that are benevolently sharing that wealth. Thank you, Spirit. And changing the fabric of society with that wealth. Because when all the people in power are not necessarily, you know, humanitarians or compassionate, empathic people who care about the earth, that's when things go wrong. It's not money. Okay, money is not a bad thing. Money is an amazing tool. I personally know that I'm supposed to have money. At some point in my life, I'm supposed to have a lot of money so that I can be a benevolent soul, giving to others. I want to be like a fountain with so much overflowing that it's just blessing everyone in every direction. Energetically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. I want to have enough to bless everyone around me and the collective at large, because part of having resources is having money to fund your projects, your big ideas, being able to bring them to earth and express yourself the way that you were meant to. Not only that, but we're supposed to show each other through monetizing our gifts that it's possible. And give other people permission, thank you, Spirit, to quit their jobs if they have a job that is sucking their soul away or a business that isn't really honoring, you know, who they're meant to be, which I know because I've run many businesses like that. Okay, thank you, Spirit. If we weren't supposed to monetize our gifts, then I could just go back and do what I hated for a living and not share this essence with you, at least not to the degree that it's having the impact it's having. Because I'd be spending all my time and energy in a direction that isn't even serving me. It's not really serving anyone in a huge life-altering way, at least. But that's not what God wants us to do. God wants us to monetize our gifts, to show people that it's possible to give others permission to do the same. Because that's how we're going to radically transform this planet and this paradigm. Thank you, Spirit. This paradigm of money is evil, of the spiritual beings, the enlightened beings taking nothing and giving, and the people in power who maybe don't have the best intentions, taking everything and being in charge. That is a huge part of this paradigm that's ending. And that starts with each one of us stepping into our power and recognizing that we are worthy of having financial abundance, that we are worthy of having power. And I want you to hear that word again, because I felt the resistance, even in myself, of this word power. There's a negative connotation with it. There is. But just remember that God is powerful. God is powerful. And a lot of you in my collective are guided by God. You're guided by your ancestors. You're guided by spirit. And you need to remember that your power comes from God. So when a person a person who's connected to spirit, to source, steps into power, and I mean is connected to spirit and source in a real, authentic way that's based out of love, you know what I mean? Not posing as a spiritual or religious person. Somebody who's genuinely connected to spirit and source steps into power. That's when things get really good, because God is the one in power. You're just a conduit, and a lot of us know that already. And wow, spirit is filling my body right now with energy. Yes, we are being called. You are being called to step into your power through God, recognizing that you're humble. You're just a humble servant is what I'm hearing, a humble vessel. And I know that I am. That doesn't mean that I can't accept that I'm also special and gifted. I am, but I'm humble because I know that those gifts come from God. They do. And if I start taking credit and getting pompous, I'm going to lose my connection with spirit, because I'm not going to be aligned with my higher self. And we cannot be aligned with God if we're not aligned with our higher self, if all the facets of our body and soul and mind are not aligned with God. So don't lose track of what it means to be in power. Power is just a word, just like money is just a tool. It's about the person who possesses it that creates it for what it is. And thank you, Spirit. I want to be one of those people that shows others that it's not only okay to be in power and to have money, but that it's a necessary thing if you are a good person with a good heart and you want to share that beauty with the world, okay? There are a lot of videos that go viral of people blessing others that didn't expect it. This is the paradigm we're heading into, okay? People with money just going out there and doing nice things for people just to make their day, just to change their life, because they can. Just because they can. I can't fucking wait to be one of those people, all right? Don't be afraid of monetizing your gifts. Don't be afraid of owning your own value, of knowing your value. That is a massive part of this new earth. If we all keep selling ourselves for pennies and working ourselves in the ground for other people, or even for ourselves, but not asking for what we truly deserve, we're going to burn out, and we're not going to be able to, there's like a cycle that we're contributing to. We have to stay grounded. We have to love ourselves. We have to fill our own cup. We have to surround ourselves with people that treat us well, that also pour into us, because nothing is sustainable unless it gives back. We need to put ourselves in situations that give back to us the way that we give, okay? Monetize your gifts. Allow yourself to step into your power. Own your worth. Know your worth. And if you still need help with your self-love and self-empowerment, I can help you. That is something that I've worked really, really hard for. Anybody who's known me from the past knows I have not been like this for very long. I have worked tirelessly for years. And especially over the last year and a half, I have just put my head down. I've barely even had fun. I've barely even talked to other people. I have just been working. And I'm not saying that that's for everyone. That was for me. And now I'm ready to share my gifts with the world. And you know what? It's about time, is what I'm hearing. Spirit wants you to speak up. It's your turn to speak up. It's your turn to own who you are, own your power, and not be afraid of it. We're not here to be afraid of who we are. We're not here to play small and hide in the shadows. And I know a lot of us are more want to do that because it's what we've known and what we feel comfortable with. This is the time. Remember, I'm passing the torch. Go be your awesome self. Monetize your gifts. Step into power, okay? The world needs you. We need to reshape this world and the word power and the word money, okay? It's your turn. Go out and make magic. I love you, okay?